Yes.
She said that.
Can you hear me there at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, you are all here this morning for first appearance. My name is Judge Christy Ruppe. The purpose of this hearing is to determine the charges, whether there's probable cause for the charge against you, and determine what your bond is going to be. As you stand before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with, and that status will stay with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by you if you plea out to your case, or the state attorney's office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. I will also determine this morning whether you'd like to hire a private attorney, whether you'd like to represent yourself, or whether you'd like the assistance of the public defender. You are entitled to make a phone call. If you haven't had the opportunity to call any friends, relatives, or counsel yet, please let me know. I'll make sure that happens today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So please don't say anything about the facts of your case today. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Okay, go and put your hands down. As I call your name, please come forward to the podium. The first name I have is Cheryl Spinks. Hi, Ms. Spinks. What's your date of birth?
3/11/79.
Okay, you are here today charged with domestic battery. I did find probable cause for that. You want to represent yourself? You want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
Okay, I will provisionally appoint the public defender to represent you. State, does Ms. Spinks have a prior record?
Your Honor, I'm not showing anything in state. I'm showing a direct file out of state in 2013, but all it says is a local ordinance and bail or bond forfeiture. I'm not sure what that is, Your Honor, but nothing else.
All right, Ms. Spinks, I have an address for you on Elgin Boulevard. Is that where you live?
Yes.
How long have you lived there?
Over 4 months.
Okay. How long have you lived? I'm sorry?
On and off for the last 2 years, but steadily for the last 4 months.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Not right now, I do not.
Okay. All right, based on the facts and circumstances in this case, I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond of $10. We're going to see you back to court on October 11th at 9 a.m. I'm going to order that you have peaceful contact with the victim/co-defendant, Jeffrey Lowell, okay? Which means that you cannot have any violent contact with him. If you do violate that and have violent contact with Mr. Lowell, you can be you'll be rearrested and held at that bond, okay? So make sure any contact that you decide that you want to have with him is peaceful.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
Tanya Torres. Ms. Torres, what's your date of birth?
January 8th, 1992.
Okay, you're here today for a failure to appear. It looks like you failed to appear in front of Judge Hitzman for a battery charge on September 7th.
She has an additional 5 days, Judge.
Okay. I was going to say, is this a domestic battery, do we know, or is it just a standard battery?
Your Honor, I don't have.
I've never had a.
It was
had a battery charge.
Hold on.
According to the notes, Your Honor, the victim was her mother.
Okay. So it would be domestic. Is there an offer for her to? Is it a probation?
There is a probation offer, Your Honor. It's a withhold of adjudication. As far as her record, I'm only showing a withhold of adjudication in 2016 for reckless driving. It would be a withhold of adjudication, 12 months probation, early term upon completion of 30 hours community service, substance abuse evaluation with any recommended treatment, random screens, a mental health evaluation, and any recommended treatment. I have no contact with the victim, fines, court costs, cost of prosecution, and we would have to reserve on restitution, Your Honor.
Okay. Was there an allegation of drug use in this case? Usually we don't have that for batteries. So I'm just
my understanding is that there are some mental health issues that she was unmedicated for, according to the notes here.
I know, but you said a substance abuse evaluation and randoms. So.
And again, Your Honor, I don't have any other facts with me.
Okay.
I'm not 100%.
All right. Ms. Torres, do you want to go ahead and take care of your case for a probation offer and report to probation? Do you want to go today?
Today's what? By Friday.
You'd have to report to probation by Friday. Do you want to go ahead and take care of that today?
That sounds great, yeah.
Okay. You understand by taking this plea today that you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that you're giving up your right to call witnesses on your own behalf and confront witnesses against you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. With regards to the domestic battery, how do you plead? You can plead no contest.
No problem.
25, I said.
I accept your plea of no contest. I find it's freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to sentence you to 12 months probation. You'll get a withhold of adjudication. 12 months probation. You can get finished probation after you've completed 30 hours of community service and a mental health evaluation and any treatment that they recommend as part of that mental health evaluation, okay?
Thank you so much.
You're going to order that you have no contact with the victim, which the state attorney is telling me is your mother. Is that right? Okay, so you're not allowed to have any contact with your mom, okay?
It's
Okay.
Alma Prera, was it Lozaya?
Okay. Is that your mom?
That's not my mom.
It's not your mom?
I'm a para, that's my mom, yeah.
Okay, I can't hear you.
I'm a para, yeah, that's my mother.
Okay, so no contact with her, okay?
Okay.
Unless the
No
only
problem.
way to change that is if you get your probation modified and your mom would have to come in and say why she feels it's appropriate for you guys to have contact, okay?
Okay.
$830
approximate fines and costs.
830.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your fines and court costs are going to be $830. You'll have through the whole period of probation to pay that. But again, you can get finished probation early as long as you've had everything paid and done. I'm going to order the substance abuse evaluation, but I'm not going to order the random drug screens at this point. If they feel like that's necessary as part of your treatment program, they will go ahead and have you do that, okay?
Okay, no problem.
And
Okay.
Your Honor, can we reserve on restitution?
And we'll reserve on restitution just in case there's any restitution owed to your mom, okay? So you're releasable today, and I need you to report to probation by Friday at 4?
No, no later than 1 o'clock.
Okay, by Friday at 1 o'clock, no later than Friday at 1 o'clock, okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right.
Was the PD appointed already?
I was showing
Were you guys previously appointed?
Edward was appointed. It was showing it's
Yeah, PD, they have the PD.
Okay. So there's a $100.
Yeah.
Okay, there's $100 to the public defender's office for the cost of your representation as well.
And there's a point on that one?
Okay.
No, because she wasn't adjudicated on that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Torres. Jeffrey Lowell.
Morning,
Good morning, Mr. Lowell. What is your date of birth?
3/9/78.
Okay, you were here this morning for a domestic battery. I just spoke to your co-defendant / victim, Ms. Spinks, a few minutes ago. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody, or do you want the public defender's office?
Public defender.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State to see for prior records.
Your Honor, I'm showing a dropped battery in April of this year. Domestic violence battery as well was dropped out of Orlando.
Okay. And the PC says there was another battery out of Illinois in 2000, and that was conviction. So this might be a second, depending on where it goes.
And Your Honor, that's not showing on this
Okay.
history, but I will note that. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Lowe, I have an address for you on Elgin Boulevard in Spring Hill. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
4 months, and then off and on.
All right. You have a job?
No, not at the moment, no.
All right. I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. Okay. I'm going to do that because this is potentially your third battery and potentially a felony. And while the state figures that out, We're going to keep your bond at 1,000, and we're going to see you back to court on October 17th at 9 a.m. I'm going to order that you only have peaceful contact with Ms. Spinks. If you have anything other than peaceful contact with her, then you will be rearrested and held without bond. And if she files an injunction against you, then that will be even more specific as far as how many feet you need to stay away from her, her house, her car, or her work. So if you do get served an injunction, make sure you read that carefully, okay? We'll see you back to court on October 17th at 9 a.m.
All right.
David Brady. Mr. Brady, what's your date of birth?
3/23/91.
All right, you were here this morning for, first case I have is a shoplifting charge. All right, I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? You want the public defender's office? All right, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I do think you're entitled to a bond on this case. For some reason, they did no bond. Okay. We're going to give you a bond of $500 on this case, and we're going to see you back to court on October 11th at 9 a.m. The other case I have for you is a violation of probation. I did find probable cause for that. I'll appoint the public defender's office. It's there's 2 counts altogether for that. Each one is going to be no bond, and we're going to see you back to court for that on October 17th at 9 a.m., okay? So someone from the public defender's office will be out to see you soon.
Okay, thank you.
John Godbold.
Good morning.
Mr. Godbold, what's your date of birth?
04/16/87.
All right. You were here this morning. The first case I have is defrauding a secondhand dealer. The bond on that is $2,500. I did find probable cause. Do you want me to appoint the public defender to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
Appoint the public defender's office. Okay.
Your Honor, I'm only showing these cases.
Okay.
This is-
All right. I have an address for you on Landover Boulevard. How long have you lived there?
About a year.
Okay. Do you have a job?
No, ma'am.
All right. For this defrauding a secondhand dealer case, I'll set the bond at $1,200. We're going to see you back to court on October 17th at 9 a.m. Second case I have for you is defrauding a secondhand dealer. The bond on that is $1,000. We're going to keep that at $1,000, and we're going to see you back on October 17th at 9 a.m., and I'll appoint the public defender. The next case I have for you is defrauding a secondhand dealer. The bond on that is $1,000. We'll keep the bond at $1,000. I'll appoint the public defender's office, and we'll see you back October 17th at 9 a.m. The next case I have for you is defrauding a secondhand dealer. The bond on that is $1,000. We're going to keep the bond at $1,000. Appoint the public defender's office, and we'll see you back October 17th at 9 a.m. The next case I have for you is defrauding a secondhand dealer. The bond on that is $1,000. We're going to keep that bond at $1,000. Appoint the public defender, and we'll see you back on October 17th at 9 a.m. Okay? That should do it.
All right, thank you.
That should be a total of $5,200. Okay. Bobby Hunt. Mr. Hunt, what's your date of birth?
3485, ma'am.
All right. You were here this morning for a burglary of a structure and a grand theft auto. The bonds on those are $5,000 and $2,000. I did find probable cause for that. Do you want to represent yourself? Do you want to hire somebody? Do you want the public defender's office?
I got Mr. Hasselhoff, ma'am.
You got Peyton? Okay. Okay, I'm going to keep the bonds on this case the same at $5,000 and $2,000.
Yes, ma'am.
I will see you back to court on these cases on September 22nd at 9 a.m.
Thank
I
you,
am
ma'am.
showing that you have other, you're not done yet, come back. I am showing that you have other open cases right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And they're all in front of Judge Merritt pursuant to Florida statute 903.0471. You committed this new offense while you were placed on bond for all of these other cases.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, hold on a second. The date of offense on this one is 8/3.
The other charges got dropped.
Wait a second. Don't say anything. We're going to figure it out. Don't say anything.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do we know the date of offense on any of the spelling cases? Are they all still open?
The 17 CF closed some. Offense date was 5/24/17.
When was the arrest? Okay. All right. So on this one case, 2017 CF 1274, you were arrested on, did you say July 17th, Medical?
Yes, I did.
Okay, July 17th of this year. This is, and you got out on bond on that case. And then this case was committed on August 3rd.
None of that makes sense to me, ma'am. I don't know none of that. I wasn't arrested on the 17th. I was arrested on the 22nd.
Of January?
Of
July?
No, August.
You weren't arrested until August 22nd?
21st.
All right. Let me look at it.
7/21/17. Yeah, still alive. My bad, ma'am. Sorry.
Okay. Time goes by at a different speed while you're in there, I guess. Okay. So you were arrested in July.
Yes, ma'am.
On July 24th, he was arrested on 17 CF 1274, 1275, and 1276.
All right. Thank you. But he's never bonded out on any of those. So he's been in custody this whole time, so he couldn't have committed this one while he was out on bond, correct?
Correct.
That's what I'm trying to say, ma'am.
Okay. Well, that's what I told you, that you didn't need to say anything and that we would figure it out, sir.
Sorry, ma'am.
All right, so we're going to keep the bond the same at $5,000 and $2,000. We'll see you back to court September 22nd. Make sure your attorney knows what's going on, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. We get everyone at the jail?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have a good day.